what's new in social media and what does it mean for you. One of the biggest announcements last week was the Facebook Home. And there's always been a question for Facebook where people always were wondering whether Facebook is ever going to develop a phone, their own operating system for a phone. And Mark Zuckerberg has always said that they have no interest in doing that. And I can understand why, because if you think about it from a mobile perspective, if you're thinking about, whenever you try to think about what strategy you take when you want to go into the mobile space, you always have to first think about your audience. And since the whole world basically is Facebook's audience, as Mark explained, it doesn't really make sense for them to create a specific operating system for their own platform. It's better to develop something where Facebook Home can be accessed throughout all sorts of devices. So I think that's very smart of Mark Zuckerberg. That's why he is where he is. So basically, during the presentation on April 4th, Mark Zuckerberg says that they wanted to build an experience for every phone, and they started focusing on Android, and the reason was that Android has been designed from the ground up to be open. So it makes it easier to build things like this Facebook Home in there. It allows people to develop things that is more integrated into the operating system of the phone. And the focus of this effort is to make your home screen, that means when you turn your phone on, Facebook will be your home screen. The status updates on your personal profile will be the home that you will see when you first turn on your phone. So let's take a look at what it looks like. So this would be a home screen in an Android that has this multifaceted Facebook Home app installed. This picture represents a status update from a friend of the person that has the phone and is logged into their Facebook profile, and this little circle shows their picture. So that's basically what it's going to look like. Right from the place, let me go back. So this would be the status update, and if you wanted to comment, there's normally a little comment and up signal here that you can click on, and a window opens right on top of what you're seeing, and you can start commenting. And when you're done commenting or you don't want to comment, you just click back. Then if you see a status update that you really like, all you have to do is just tap on the picture, and then you can like the picture. So it's really seamless. Your notifications, that's how your notifications are going to show up. So the notifications show up as the picture of the person who's tagging you or responding to a comment thread, and then sort of a snippet of their comment. So you can go through them individually. If you don't want to do anything with them, you can basically gather them all up and get rid of them. It's really interesting. So that's how the notification is going to look like. There's something called chat head that has to do with messaging, and this applies to both messaging that is within Facebook and also your regular SMS that you get on your messaging. So in this case, this person is getting 2 different text messages from this person and that person. So this chat heads, the head of the person that has sent you an SMS, shows up on your phone, and you can switch between either of them by clicking on their picture, and this window of the chat opens and you can answer them right away. And if you don't want to answer right now, you just grab it and throw it, sort of swipe it out of your view. Now when you look at it with the Facebook Home, you basically, your whole home screen is taken over by the status up there on your news feed. So how do you get to your other stuff? What you do, you put your finger on your picture. So this happens to be Mark Zuckerberg's account. So you put your finger on your profile picture and these things pop up. So you have the SMS, this is the last app that you used, and this is the panel for your apps. So you click, you put your finger on that, and a panel opens right on top of the screen that you're looking at. It shows a series of the apps that you can access. So just because the Facebook is taking over the home screen doesn't mean you can't access your Pinterest or Facebook or Twitter or other accounts that you might want to access. How do you get it? You go to the Google Play Store, and Facebook has given you two choices. You can either try it just once to see what it feels like, or if you want to add it to your home screen permanently, you can click on this and install it. The Facebook Home will be available on April 12th on these phones, this HTC Ones, HTC One X, Samsung, basically 3 different kinds of Samsung phones. So then we move on to other news. This has to do with social media in the financial industry, and people that operate in the financial industry space are usually worried about using social media, but recently the Securities and Exchange Commission has made it okay for people that work in that industry to communicate key information about various companies or stocks as long as they're compliant with regulation, fair disclosure, and the investors have been alerted about which social media will be used to disseminate such information. So that opens up a great big opportunity for the financial sector to start communicating information to their investors. A couple of pieces of news that my friend and Open Social Media Initiative community members shared with us. We have a great community over at Google+, so if you'd like to join us, just let me know. I realize that people are getting a lot of invitation to a lot of different communities, so I don't bombard people with invitations, and so if you'd like to join the group, just send me a message. So Gordon has shared with us a couple of really interesting news. Excuse me. First of all, this is really welcome news. LinkedIn is becoming even more amazing, and the reason is that you can tag your connections. So you can actually write a status update or respond to a comment and start a conversation with people in your network. So you basically, so LinkedIn is becoming more social, and this is fantastic. Actually, the other day I was thinking that it would be nice on LinkedIn to be able to start a conversation with somebody because the other alternative is to write them a private message. But sometimes it would be good to start a public conversation so you can sort of grow your network and so on and so forth. So in my view, this is a really game changer, and I cannot wait until it becomes available. It's not available yet. As to when it is going to be available, I'm not sure. Another thing, Google Analytics. If you have been following Google Analytics, you'd know that there's now real-time reports. So as stuff is happening on your website, you can get results. Basically, you can get intelligence as to what's happening on your website as people are coming to your website, which is fantastic. So there's a number of features that's been added to the Google Analytics real-time reports. You can basically analyze events in real time, and what are called events: downloads, mobile, ad clicks, gadgets, flash elements, AJAX embedded elements, and video players. These are all examples of events. Then the behavior, real-time behavior of your website visitors are now broken down into different categories based on the type of device that people are accessing your website. So it's divided, the data is divided into desktop, tablet, mobile traffic. There's also the ability of creating shortcuts for your favorite real-time segments. So if you don't want to keep creating categories for specific segments, you can just create a category once, and then you can create a shortcut, so you just use that shortcut instead of doing it all over again. And finally, there's an ability to compare real-time filtered data against overall real-time data. So depending on who you want to filter, for example, you want to see what percentage of the people that visit your web page are going to click on a call to action. That would be real great information for optimizing the way that your website looks. If you like what you heard, please like and share this video, and if you want to be notified about your future workshops or you want to give us your feedback, please follow this link. It's a bit.ly shortened link, bit.ly/feedback_SM. We'd love to hear from you. So, screen share. Do you see me now? No?
We see you now.
You do?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, we do. We see you.
Okay, because I don't know why I don't see my picture. Just my picture, I don't see myself. Okay, what do you think? Do you have anything to say about this new Google Analytics improvements? Yes?
Yeah, I think it's exciting. It's going to give people a lot more real-time insights. Just thus the name. So yeah, I think it's really exciting, and
it would be great for you increasing usability, huh? Because that's what you do. One of the things you do.
Exactly.
Okay. Sean, did you have anything to say?
Yeah, it's a great idea,
Okay, good. Okay, so I want to, Beth, thank you again for sharing your knowledge. I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to hosting your presentation for the next week and to work with you in the future.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
No, you're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. And until next week, please +1 and share this presentation if you enjoyed it. And contact me if you have any questions, ideas, if you'd like to join our group, if you want to give a talk. This is an open community, so I'd like to hear from you. Until next week, goodbye.